traditionally, a lot of teams that come to Ibrox and they sit in, they defend a lot more than they would at home. Obviously, with St Johnstone's predicament moment in the league, are you expecting to have a really tough game to break them down on Wednesday night?
I think anyone who comes to Ibrox is always trying to upset us and go into a low block and try and frustrate us. We're always wanting to be dominant at home, have most of the possession, so that will more or less have other teams in lower blocks. So we've just got to find the solutions tomorrow. We've got a game plan that we've been working on the past couple of days. So we just got. It's a case of being at it the first minute of tomorrow night and sticking with it and getting the right result that we need.
In terms of your own game, there's been a lot talked about the full-backs not playing as high, giving the wingers more of a chance. Is that something that you've actually noticed, that you've worked on, or are we just going through a stage of games where that's the way you're playing?
It just varies of who we're playing against and what tactics the other teams are doing. We've got the bosses came up with an abundance of tactics that we can do against different opponents, and it's always changing. And sometimes we might be high, sometimes we might be low, but it's just having the right message and doing the right things that the bosses want us to do. And so far, it's been so good. We've got the results that we wanted to get, and we're trusting the boss and everything he's doing, and all the players are delivering. So we just got to keep going, working hard at it. Working on those finer details of the tactics, getting used to it, and from this day forward, we're just going to get better.
James, just wanted to get your take on the Europa League draw in terms of facing Dortmund.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. You always want a big name. What can you say? They've got world-class players. So as a footballer, you always want to stage in your career like you want to play against the world-class players, and what a great occasion it can be. Obviously it's February, but we're all excited for the draw and can't wait for the game to come.
Just wanted to get your take on the response of the team since your defeat to Hibs.
I think it's been pretty clear. Since we lost that game, we've won every league game and drew against a good opponent, Lyon. The boss came in after that game. We've implemented his plans, and we've moved on from that and got stronger and stronger.
Hi James, I just want to get what the players' thoughts are. Obviously, a lot of conversations at the moment about COVID and possible new restrictions. Has anything changed for you guys so far at the training ground, or are you just taking it as it comes at the moment?
We're very strict. We've always been very strict from the very first lockdown when we came back into football again. The doc and the medical department are always vigilant of what we're doing. We're always taking the right precautions of everything. So we just go off what the medical department say, but we've been taking all measures possible to try and keep it out of the building. That's going to be our main focus over these next couple of months, that where you see it's picking up. So hopefully we can.
In terms of games, obviously last season there were no fans in the ground. Is there a fear for you? What has been the difference now that the fans are back in?
It's amazing that the fans are back in. From the start of the season, it was it makes such a difference. But obviously, if you were looking at German football, you can see their fans. The capacities are going down and down. There's less people allowed to go to the game, so you don't know if it's a matter of time that'll happen over here. You hope it doesn't, but safety. You always want everyone to be safe, and health comes first. But we've just got to see with the updates of what the government and the governing bodies say.
That's 4 clean sheets in 6 matches since the manager came in. Obviously, you're renowned for going forward, but how important is it to be part of a unit that's getting back to keeping the zero, as he puts it?
Yeah, we're extremely proud last season of the record that we kept. Going into this season, you obviously want to replicate it or beat it. You never really want to go beyond it. You always want to try and get close as possible. We did concede quite a few goals at the start of the season, but I think now with the shape that we're playing, the details that we're tuning into, it's making obviously opponents have lesser chances, and if they do get a chance, we've got the right bodies around it. So we're just constantly trying to work at it, trying to improve ourselves, and keep these clean sheets going, because we know we're going to create chances on the other end.
But speaking of that, Joe Aribo's form this season has been exceptional, and he seems to be getting better almost month by month at the moment. Just how good can he be?
He's an unbelievable player. He's got all the attributes of being a top player, and hopefully I can see that one day, him being playing in the big leagues, because he's got all the ability, and he's adding numbers to his game now, and I think that's key for him. Keep adding in those numbers. His assists and his goals, and his ability shines through a game anyways, but as soon as you add in the goals and the assists to it, then it puts you on another level, and hopefully he can continue that, because he's been a great asset for us this season.